Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and you're watching Step Ladder, and I hope that you all are doing fine and good. And if you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, then please subscribe my channel right now so that you'll receive the amazing contents and videos from my YouTube channel that I will be uploading in it. And in this session, we are going to discuss and learn about why power sharing is desirable. Fine, so this is the concept that we are going to learn today from your part 1, that is your lesson 1 from your NCERT class 10 democratic politics, that is your civics part from your SST CBSE book. So power sharing is your first chapter in your democratic politics book, and this session is your part 5 of this power sharing series. And if you are not yet, you didn't watch the previous videos, then go and watch my previous videos so that you can understand the whole session and this lesson very well and very clear, and it will be very helpful for you. And without much delay, let's start our today's session. So before starting the session, have a look at this quote. So as you can see that happiness starts with you, not with your relationship, not with your job, not with your money, not with your fine. So not with your money, not with your job, not with your relationship, but happiness starts with you. So it didn't matter like what product or what material it's surrounded, the material you have in your hand. It's not about the money you have in your hand. It is all about, it's with you. So the happiness always, it starts with you. And with this beautiful quote, let's start our today's session. Why is power sharing desirable? So as I said that before, in the before classes I said about Sri Lanka and Belgium. So now let's see why is power sharing desirable. Thus two different sets of reasons can be given in favor of power sharing. Firstly, power sharing is good because it helps to reduce the possibility of conflict between social groups. Since social conflict often leads to violence and political instability, power sharing is a good way to ensure the stability of political order. Imposing the will of majority community over others may look like an attractive option in the short run, but in the long run it undermines the unity of the nation. Tyranny of the majority is not just oppressive for the minority, it often brings ruin to the majority as well. There is a second deeper reason why power sharing is good for democracies. Power sharing is the very spirit of democracy. A democratic rule involves sharing power with those affected by its exercise and who have to live with its effects. People have a right to be consulted on how they are to be governed. A legitimate government is one where citizens, through participation, acquire a stake in the system. Let us call the first set of reasons prudential and second moral. So here we have two reasons, two sets of different reasons. The first reason is your prudential, and the second reason is your moral or your moral value. Fine. So now let us discuss and understand why is power sharing desirable. So as I have read this whole paragraph, I guess you all must have understood one thing, that power sharing is very important for democracy form of rule, right? So now let me explain about it in detail. So before that we need to understand what is prudential and what is moral and what is a legitimate government. So a legitimate government is a type of government in which the legitimate means legal. So a legitimate government obeys and works according to the constitution or according to the laws and regulations and rules made by the constitution, right? It obeys the laws of the country, so that is called as your legitimate government. The other meaning is like legal one, legal form of ruling. and tyranny. So what is tyranny? So tyranny of the majority. So what is the meaning of tyranny? Is it is like, something that is unfair. So the rule is very, it is unfair, it is illegal, it's against the interest and wishes of the people. So that is your tyranny. Fine. So the tyranny of the majority is not just oppressive for the minority. So that is what I'm saying, that in power sharing, so when the power is shared among the three organs of the government, that is your, legislature, executive and judiciary, it must not be, in favorable for majority community alone. It should be favorable for all the communities, to all the citizens of that particular country or that specific, nation or state. So that is what, your power sharing, we say that your power sharing is very desirable. So power sharing is desirable because it maintains the stability of the country, it maintains the political stability. So if there is political stability in a country, then there will be no possibility of conflict or war between the people, between the citizens and the government, or between some social groups. Fine. So this is the first point, like why is power sharing desirable. So as I said that we have two different sets of reasons here, like how can we say that in favorable of power sharing. So the first one is your prudential and the second one is your moral value. Fine. So what is prudential and what is moral? So let me say the definition for prudential. So as you can see here, this is your prudential. So prudential decision. Prudential means it is based on careful calculation of gains and losses. So when you're taking a prudential decision, you analyze, you know that what are the gains and what are the losses of taking that decision. You are carefully understanding and analyzing that what are the merits and demerits of taking this particular decision. So that is your prudential. Prudential decisions are usually contrasted with decisions based purely on moral considerations. Fine. So it is always based on moral considerations. So your prudential decision is based on moral values. Fine. So this is your prudential. And what is your moral? So your moral, so here your moral decision, it states that power sharing is very very important. So it states that if power sharing is done, if power is shared equally among the organs of the government, or it is distributed equally, then it will bring out valuable morals. So that is a value. So that is your moral decision. While your prudential decision says that there will be good outcomes. So it states that your prudential decision states that if power shared equally among, the organs, or if the power is shared equally in the nation, then there are, a high number of chances that there will be a good outcome by power sharing. So there will be no conflict, and even the political system will also be stable, and there will be also, no problem and any issues in the society and in the nation. So these are some merits of power sharing. Fine. Prudential and the second is your moral. While prudential reasons stress that power sharing will bring out better outcomes, moral reasons emphasize the very act of power sharing as valuable. So, power sharing is valuable. Fine. So that's it for today. I guess you all understood this whole concept very well. So this concept is very simple. Like, you should just state some reasons, like how can you say that power sharing is desirable. So just list out some points and just add it with your ideas together, and just write it down, and you're gonna get good marks if this particular question is asked. And just read your book thoroughly so that you can answer these types of questions very easily, and even you can try to answer these questions on your own. So this is the concept today that we have covered and we have learned, that is why is power sharing desirable. And 100% I guess that power sharing is desirable for all the forms of government, but very importantly power sharing is very important for your democratic form of rule. Okay, so as your democratic form of rule includes the three organs of the government, that is your legislature, executive, and judiciary. So if the power is shared equally among all the organs of the government, then there will be no conflicts between the government and the people and the citizens, and there will be it will be a peaceful place to live for the citizens of that particular nation, and there will be also no any issues in the society. And very importantly, there will be stability in the political system, which is very important and very necessary. So that's it for today. I guess you all understood the whole concept very well, and I hope so. I guess this video was very helpful for you and informative too. If so, please like the video, share with your friends, and if you have any doubts regarding this video, please comment it in the comment section. I'll try to clarify all your doubts, and if you want to suggest something, please post it in the comment section. I'll see all your opinions and suggestions, and I'll try to revert them all back. And if this video was useful for you, then please do subscribe my channel for more videos and notifications, and please do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you will receive all kinds of notifications and videos from my channel that I will be uploading in it. And that's it for today. And before going off, let me give you two homework questions. So these are the two questions that you are going to solve today. So the first question is, why is power sharing desirable? So as we have discussed today, I guess you all know the answer for the first question. And the second question is also very simple and easy. Try to answer these two questions and post it in the comment section, and these two questions are going to help you a lot. And the first question, it's like a 5-mark question for you, which can be asked in your board examinations too. So complete these two questions and post the answer in the comment section if you can, and I'll try to check all your answers and I'll try to revert them all back. Okay guys, that's it for today. Until then, bye bye, take care, meet you all in my next video with the last concept of this power sharing lesson. Until then, bye bye, take care, stay tuned.